This YouTube short film series follows the Scheper contracting firm through an entire season. The series offers exclusive behind-the-scenes insights into the family-run business, introduces the team, and showcases the latest machinery. Part 2 begins in spring, covering fertilization and sowing, along with the first harvesting operations of the season. If you find the Scheper contracting company as fascinating as we do, stay tuned for the next episode and subscribe to the YouTube channel. The Scheper Contracting Company is based near Frieseuth in Lower Saxony. Livestock farming has traditionally been important in the region, and biogas plays an equally significant role. Many farms rely on contractors for spreading slurry. Higher output, more advanced technology, or simply different priorities. There are many reasons to outsource fertilization. The current fleet includes 3 tandem tankers. One is equipped with a 15-metre drag hose boom, while the other 2 integrate 15-metre Bomek trailing shoe systems. The agricultural contractor also performs spreading in standing maize, using tyres designed for narrow rows. With 18 cubic metre tanks, Scheper stays more flexible than larger Tridem units. For this customer, feeder vehicles are used to cover longer distances. However, when the fields are closer to the farm or the slurry tank, or when the job volume is manageable, it can make sense to run the tractor-trailer combination without a feeder vehicle. Andreas has been with Scheper for 20 years. We catch one of the 3 new Fendt 724 Vario Gen 7 tractors in action as it spreads manure. These tractors have been in use since September 2025. The 2 Harver manure spreaders have well over 20 years of service behind them, yet they are still in excellent condition and work very efficiently. Over the years, the scraper floor, spreading mechanism and gearbox have all been refurbished in the contracting company's own workshop. The 2 manure spreaders usually work together to make the best use of the loading vehicle's capacity. In this case, Kevin is on site with the compact Bobcat telescopic loader, as the large 18-ton wheel loader is in use elsewhere. To round off the day's filming, we kick things up a notch with some extra horsepower. The John Deere 8RT is definitely a rare sight in this region. The tracked tractor was purchased as a used machine in Bavaria. It is mainly used with a grader on construction sites or power line expansion projects. Footage will follow in the next episode of the series. The machine's horsepower is also put to excellent use with a 3-metre subsoiler. Peter Scheper is preparing this field to plant potatoes. The tines loosen the soil to a depth of around 60 centimetres. The Scheper family grow cereals and potatoes on their own farm and are also heavily involved in seed production. In a few weeks, the tubers will be planted. The conversion of the Fendt 700 takes roughly a day and a half. The main tasks include fitting twin tyres and installing the hoses for the seed treatment system. Lower Saxony produces more than half of Germany's potatoes. In the region around Frieseuth, the main crops are potatoes for processing and for fresh consumption. A 4-row Grimmer potato planter is used, together with a front-mounted rotary tiller, to create a fine, crumbly seed bed. The ridge formers are equipped with grid rollers. Limited engine power and their own equipment, different priorities, or short periods of good weather are some of the reasons why farmers hire a contractor for ploughing. Although the number of customers varies from year to year, the total ploughing area remains largely stable. The largest single contract handled by Scheper covers 200 hectares. 2 Lemken 5-furrow ploughs with packers are kept on standby. Maize sowing starts around the 20th of April and continues for just over a month. During this time, the 4 precision seed drills are working at full capacity. One of the machines is also used for sowing rapeseed and sugar beet, with adjusted row spacing. When it comes to cereal sowing, the Scheper contracting company relies on Amazon. Spring barley is sown here with a 6-metre cirrus. This seed drill is highly versatile and can, among other things, sow an undersown crop alongside the main crop. A lot of customers also count on the Scheper contracting company for the later stages of crop management. The company offers mechanical weed control with a camera-guided hoe, as well as 2 modern crop protection sprayers. Johannes has been part of the team since 2013, completed his training as an agricultural services specialist with the company, and later went on to gain his Master Craftsman qualification. He is now in charge of plant protection operations. Johannes organises all required measures independently and, depending on the customer's needs, also sources the appropriate products. All field operations are entered into Agrar Monitor software. For the current season, the company has invested in a modern Amazon UX-trailed field sprayer that meets all customer requirements. For forage harvesting, the Scheper contracting company operates 4 forage harvesters, along with several forage wagons and balers. Mowing is done either with a 5.4 metre front and rear combination or an 8.7 metre butterfly mower. For filming the first scene, we joined a forage harvesting team near Zettel in the Friesland district. At just under 1.5 hours drive, this is one of the more distant customers, but the job keeps the contractor busy for several days. The harvesting team is well established. Many of the drivers have worked here before and are familiar with the fields and access routes. And if anything goes wrong, support is quickly available on site. The farmer takes care of the tedding. Everything else is taken care of by Scheper. The customer opted for a combination forage wagon to avoid using a forage harvester on smaller fields. Which of the 4 forage harvesters is assigned to a job often depends on the chop length specified by the customer. The drum in the Claas Jaguar is equipped with a full set of blades, a configuration often chosen by customers who supply biogas plants or make whole crop silage. However, Scheper reports growing demand for shorter chop lengths in the dairy sector, as in this example. All 4 forage harvesters are equipped with silage additive systems, and around 3/4 of customers make use of them. This particular customer is a dairy farm with around 200 cows. Scheper has been providing a range of services on this farm for the past 10 years. With a total area of about 100 hectares, this ranks among the larger green forage harvest jobs. On average, most jobs cover between 25 and 50 hectares. These harvesting operations are billed on an hourly basis. A New Holland wheel loader is used here to compact the silage. The loader is in use almost every day, and alongside agricultural work also handles a large share of the wood chip transport. We covered this topic in part 1. Shooting for the next episode of the series is already underway. In part 3, we will introduce the new John Deere harvester, among other highlights. The forestry machine has been in use since this spring, and our colleague Stefan has already handled several jobs with it. The next short film will also focus on combine harvesting and seed production. For more information, follow Scheper on Instagram and visit their website at scheper-lohnunternehmen.de.